Hello Stampers, Deb Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach, and today I'm going to show you a very simple, clean card. I needed a card today to send to a friend whose dad passed away, so I'm going to send her this one. This stamp right here is retired, but I'm going to do it with an updated stamp set just to make it more alive and crisp, and just want to show you a simple, clean card. So let's get started because it's not going to take us that long. We're just going to take and put it all together. All right, so let me show you what we're going to be working with. First of all, of course, my Journey rectangles. Everyone should have the Journey rectangles stamp or die set. It comes with the cutters and it comes with the perforations. I love them. All right, and we are going to use both in here. I also used Wonderful Day. It's one of my go-to sets. I love the fonts. I love the flowers. They're just easy to color. Very, very pretty stamp set. And then also I'm going to be using my Color Splash pencils today. In case you haven't seen those yet, there are 48 watercolored pencils. It does come with a palette right here to show you how to mix and match the colors that we have, and then we also have two layers of them because there's so many of them. 48 colors. Absolutely love them. You use them in coordination with our blending brushes that I have filled with water, and I mark my blending brushes with the little washi tape just to show that there's actually water in here, because I have my pure color pencils that I use with my Fusion blender, and that's a different medium. So today we're going to use the very simple, easy to use Journey Color Splash pencils. Now there is a guide on the side. The palette is on the inside, but it is also on the back side, which is what I'm going to use today because I want to get my pretty pansy and I need to mix 3 colors, and I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, so this is where I got my mixture for the pretty pansy. All right, now let's just grab my cardstock. Now I'm going to start with just a scrap piece of paper. So I'm just going to go over into my scrap pile, grab just a crazy little scrap piece of paper. I'm going to be using this little flower right here from that set that I just showed you, which is called Wonderful Day. So they've got some very pretty stamps in here, but this is the one we're going to be using today. All right, now I'm going to get my black licorice ink and just stamp. I've got even a smaller piece of scrap paper because you know how stingy I am with paper, and we just need to cut this out. So let's just ink that up. And we have a nice, crisp, clean stamp right there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to watercolor this. So I'm going to bring in my palette. Now this is what I was telling you, I mixed my colors together, but I'm also going to bring in my pencils. So what I like to do is to start off with my lighter color. So that would be my number 33, and I'm just going to outline just going into the center, lightly coloring, okay, just going into the center, leaving some white into the center, because remember we're going to blend these so that they all kind of blend to the middle of the flower. All right, now I am not using watercolor paper. You can, we have some amazing watercolor paper, but our white cardstock is just like every other color. It's not a special paper, it's the 80-pound, but it is such marvelous paper that you don't even really need to use watercolor paper when you're using these. Some people like to, but I don't think it's necessary. Now I'm going to take out my other 2 blues. I'm going to take out, oh, not my green, but I'm also going to take out a gray, a blue, and another purple, and that's how I'm going to get this color right here. So what I did was I took number 45, which is my grayish color. I'm going to take and mix it with my large, this is just water on the inside, and what I'm going to do is splash, I'll show you right from the very beginning, splash some color onto here. Okay, this is my gray, and that's going to make the darker purple, which is really kind of neat. All right, so there's my gray, and then I'm going to go to my number 34, which is this one right here, and add that right to it. So this is how you mix the colors to make your own colors or darker colors. All right, so this one right here is going to be the color that I'm using for the I'm going to use for the darker of the purples. And then I also need my number 30, which is a navy color. It's a darker blue or just a darker color. And I'm going to add that to this right here. And that's going to give me my darker color. All right. So there we have it. All right. There's my darker color. So it's not the gray that we started with. It's not the blue that we started with, and it's not the lighter purple that we started with. Do you see all 3 of those colors are very, very, very different. So what I'm going to do now is to take my next color, which is actually, I'm going to grab the one color purple right here, which is number 30. It's a bluish purple, and I'm going to add that. And then the very last color that I'm going to add is going to be my mixed blend right here. And I'm going to use my smaller brush for that. Let me just grab my medium. No, I'll take my small. Okay, this is my small blending brush. And you see how I'm just kind of brushing those in together, and you see how the lighter color stays on the outside. I love to keep a little paper towel here just to keep wiping off. You see, I'm just kind of laying my brush flat and letting it blend on its own. All right, let's pick up some of this color to get over here on this side. You see how dark that is? So now what I want to do is to blend that in so it fades, so the whiter is in the middle, so that we can see the sun. Okay, so that's where the light is hitting it. Does that make sense? All right, so there's my flower. How easy peasy is that? All right, grab a little bit more of the darker right here. And you can play with this all day. You guys know how much I love to color. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take my yellow. So I'm going into my greens. I'm going to put my purples, my blues, and my grays away. I'm going to go into my yellow right here and just kind of put a base coat on here with my yellow. All right, I am not by any means a watercolor artist, but I love to practice and experiment. I think that's the fun of Fun Stamper's Journey, is that you can practice and you can have a lot of fun with all their different mediums. You know, they have so many coloring varieties. They have so many neat and unique everything, you know, all of their accessories, all of their coloring, everything is just so very, very unique, and I just love that about them. All right, so now I'm just going in with my darker color here, and I'm going to marry these together with my brush, and it's going to be the direct to paper style. All right, so I'm just going to take and, so this is my darker one, and what I want to do is make sure my brush is clean, and then I'm going to go over here and just kind of blend them together just a little bit. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to cut this out. All right, so that's how I got my my flower, and that's how I got it painted. All right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take and find the top, put this away, and we're going to take and we're going to cut that out. Now I use our Detailed Pro shears because they're so tiny and so precise that it's a breeze to cut things out. All right, so we're just going to take and grab this and just cut around my scrap paper. Okay, so now we have our flower is all cut out, and now we're going to take and we're going to put it all together. That's how simple and easy it is. So let me bring the card back in here. Even though we're not using that flower, we're going to use another one. So what I did was I took my just a white scrap piece of paper, and I cut it out with my my rectangles. Let me just show you which ones I used. I believe it was this one and this one. And what I did was I just punched them out, and then I love how we have the perforations all the way around them. They're just so gorgeous. And then we're going to take and add that to our white piece of cardstock right here. I do have the measurements on my blog, so if you want to go over and take a look and see what they are, that's good. Now, what I did do for this right here is to add our Journey foam squares. Now, you know our Journey foam squares come in 2 different sizes, which are amazing. So these are their medium foam squares, and those are for our bigger jobs. And these are our little guys right here. And what I wanted to show you is, even on something this small, these aren't small enough. So what I do is I take this is the best part about these scissors, both these and our craft scissors. Let me see if I can find mine right. Well, maybe they're not up here, but I have my craft shears. They are all the non-stick scissors. So you know, sometimes when you're cutting things like this or something that has glue on them, you're constantly using Glue Gun to get the stuff off of these. Do you see how pristine these are? These scissors are so clean all the time because nothing sticks to them, which is so amazing. All right, so what I do is, even for this right here, these are not small enough. So what I do is I take my scissors and just cut right up the middle. So I have some super small ones, leave it attached to the rest of this right here, and that's where I keep all of my half sizes. So what I did was I just added those to the side of my piece right here, my frame, and that's all I did. So those are the smaller pieces added to the frame, and we're going to add it to this right here. Now I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to take it up. You always stamp before you put anything together, and I'm always preaching that, and I'm always with that. But if I did it crooked or something didn't come out, I can always take and turn it upside down and use the other side. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and just add it to my piece right here, and then I'll also know where I will also know where the frame needs to go. All right, so there's no guesswork in that one. All right, so now I'm done stamping. I'm going to take and put my frame on now and make sure it's nice and centered. And I'm going to center it with the words below. Okay, so there's that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my black piece right here. And you know me, I'm always trying to save paper, so I cut out this piece. So this piece was actually a piece that was cut out from another layer, and I saved it, and I cut this out for this layer. Now I cut this out, and I'm going to use this on another card. So yes, I am always trying to save as much paper as I can. And like I said, you can just keep using and using and using and using. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just add some Easy Glide to the back. Nope, actually, yes, I'm going to add Easy Glide to the back of this. All right, and you'll notice that I'm putting the frame to I'm adding the frame to the first layer. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm adding it to the first layer. All right, so there's that, and now this one is going to be popped on top of here. So I'm going to take my bigger foam squares. Let me see if I get right here. I'm going to take my bigger foam squares right here and just add them to the corners. Now you'll see, you'll notice I'm adding it right here, so it's actually holding another piece onto the card. I always put one in the middle so it doesn't cave in when it goes through the mail, and you don't even need to take that little sticky thing off in the middle if you don't want to, because it's just a placeholder, but I happen to do it on this one. So they're so easy, they come off so nicely. Now I'm going to add that to the center of this card right here. And then to make the whole thing pop, we're going to add just a few of our little teeny tiny guys right here. All right, so I'm taking a whole one for the middle, and that's why it's so nice to have two sizes of these. And then I think I'll just take a half one. See, again, if you've already got them cut, it's no problem at all. And if you have our amazing non-stick shears, that's even more amazing. All right, and then I'll just take another one and stick it right onto the other leaf, and then my whole flower will be popped up. All right, whoops, there we go. All righty, and then just take off the stickies on the back. Now I don't care what you do, those things are always all over my house. Okay, now look at that. I put it at just a slight, not a big one, but just a slight angle. And that is my super simple card for today. What do you think? Isn't that adorable? This is a must stamp set. I'm going to tell you right now. The rectangles, I use all the time. This is not new product for me. I use these all the time. So what I'm saying to you is, why not add them to your collection? Again, it is the Journey Square, or the Journey Rectangles. Whoops, hang on, right there, the Journey Rectangles with the perforations. They come as a set. So this die, DI0041, has the perforation, has the cutters. And here's the Wonderful Day set. It is a go-to stamp set of mine. So super easy. Even though you have to color it, it's very, very fast. You saw how I did it. So you take care. Have a great day. Hop on over to my blog, because that's where all my inspiration is. Take care. Have a great day, and stop by soon.